Welcome to the Busselton Margaret River Airport. I'd like to invite you to join me on a tour of the facility so you can see what's been achieved, how development has been funded, and hear a bit about our future plans. Let me assure you, despite COVID-19 postponing our first interstate flight, and despite the requested repurposing of state government funds originally earmarked for the new terminal development, this facility is going great guns and Council remains committed to its progress. Recently I've had a few people inquire about how the airport upgrade and expansion has been funded over the years. The airport project was initially funded through 3 revenue streams. In 2015, almost $46 million of state royalties for regions funding was made available for increased airside infrastructure, including the runway. In 2015, we began lengthening, strengthening and widening the runway to accommodate interstate flights on aircraft like the Airbus A320. The royalties for regions funding paid for other essential airside infrastructure, including new aprons and taxiways. It also funded the construction of important landside infrastructure, like car parks, internal roads, service connections and upgrades. We were able to undertake further enhancements to the runway when we received an additional $9 million of federal funding in 2017. We increased the runway capacity to enable use by larger wide-bodied aircraft such as the A330. The runway is now suitable for future international flights and the landing of emergency aircraft, including water bombers. In addition to this funding, we received $500,000 from the federal government to further develop the new terminal to facilitate international services in the future. Let's head over to the departure hall, which has been upgraded and expanded. Our departure lounge is equipped with all the necessary security and baggage handling equipment. There are separate gates for our FIFO charter services that don't require screening, and our baggage drop and check-in for the Jetstar interstate passenger services. Like any modern airport, there is X-ray screening for unchecked baggage and possessions, and body scanners for departing passengers heading into the departure lounge area. As demand for flights increase, we will need to increase our departure lounge, but for the time being, it's adequate. The third stream of income that the airport project received was $9.5 million from the State Department of Transport's Regional Airport Development Scheme. This was specifically earmarked for development of a brand new terminal to support the airport's expanded capacity and future potential. We have recently been advised that this funding has been put on hold pending the outcome of the postponed 3-year Melbourne service with Jetstar. This was a decision of the state government, not the city. Let me say something quickly about the new Jetstar service. Yes, it was very disappointing when the launch was cancelled in March due to COVID-19 restrictions. And no, at this point of time, we're not sure exactly when it will recommence. However, we have been given an assurance from Jetstar and the Qantas Group that they remain committed to the service and that regular flights will commence as soon as possible. In the meantime, with the support of the state government, we have built an interim arrivals hall, and it's pretty good. The terminal can adequately service our FIFO charter services and anticipated regular passenger flights from Melbourne when interstate borders closures are lifted and demand for air travel increases. Unfortunately, we can't go in there today. The terminal is set up for COVID-19 testing for our FIFO charter flights. Arriving passengers need to meet WA's strict quarantine restrictions and collect luggage before heading out to the car park if returning home, or if a visitor, they can book a hire car or jump onto a shuttle service to accommodation in the city of Busselton. It's all ready to go, we're just waiting for the green light. Our new arrivals hall and refurbished departure lounge are adequate for the first interstate services. We can make do for the time being. However, there is a risk that FIFO and Jetstar services or additional interstate or intrastate services may overlap in the future, and our modest terminal facility simply won't be able to meet that demand. This will certainly be the case should we have a proposal for international freight or passenger services. When this occurs, and with the lead times for international flight approval, we believe the already planned and designed terminal facility should be funded by the state government. The plan is to build the new terminal as soon as it is needed. Once the new terminal is constructed, the temporary arrivals hall will be repurposed into an aircraft hangar. We are immensely proud of what we've achieved here at the Busselton Margaret River Airport and thank the state and federal government for their ongoing support. I also want to thank other Southwest local governments through the region who have backed this project. Yes, there have been some challenges, particularly noting the COVID-19 crisis, which no one could have foreseen. But we are well positioned to take advantage of a resurgence of the tourism and freight sector when it happens, and it will. In the meantime, the Busselton Margaret River Airport continues to benefit from the strong FIFO charter service industry. Thanks for coming on this tour with me today. I hope you found it interesting.